Today, I will be looking at several lost pieces of Nickelodeon media from an extensive iceberg chart created over at icebergcharts.com. We will be taking a look at earlier versions of works that we know and love, dispelling rumors, and attempting to uncover the forgotten. Get comfy as I take you down the rabbit hole that is the Nickelodeon lost media iceberg. Oh Yeah Cartoons was a project on Nicktoons created by Fred Seibert, who was also behind the What a Cartoon show on Cartoon Network. The idea was for filmmakers to produce a short cartoon in around 7 minutes. Oh Yeah Cartoons would go on to become one of the biggest projects in animation history, producing nearly 100 cartoons in its run. At this time, it seems that all shorts have been recovered. The Nickelodeon Blimp is a short created for the Kids' Choice Awards in 2005 when SpongeBob won the Favorite Cartoon category. On September 30th, 2009, the Japan version of Nickelodeon went off the air due to low viewership. What was shown in its final moments depends on the provider. One service shows the broadcast being interrupted during a bumper for SpongeBob, while another after a channel ID, and a third which shows an animation of a dragon chasing an orange pill before cutting to a screen that reads, "This channel is not available." Astrology with Squidward was an interstitial that aired on Nicktoons, starring Squidward explaining various zodiac signs, and then giving a horoscope. Not every sign was done, which led some to believe that there were some missing shorts, but it has been confirmed that what we have is all that was made. Nickelodeon Studios was a production studio and theme park in Orlando that ran from June 7, 1990 to April 30, 2005. To celebrate the opening day, Nickelodeon held a 3-hour broadcast. In March of 2021, the entire special was uploaded to YouTube by user This Old Tape. Schoolyard Safari was an animated short that aired on Nicktoons, hosted by Jungle Jim, exploring a school as if it were a safari. All 6 shorts produced can be found online. Nick Arcade was a game show that ran on Nickelodeon in 1992, and the entire series was added to the streaming service Paramount Plus in 2021. Innie and Outie was a short part of an interstitial called Snick Snack that ran on Nickelodeon's Saturday night block Snick. In 1994, a pilot episode was produced for the series Hey Arnold. It was shown before the movie Harriet the Spy during its theatrical run, but was not included on the home media release. In 2018, Paramount released a complete series DVD that included the pilot that has been made available online. Crybaby Lane was a TV movie that first aired on Nickelodeon's Snick block on October 28, 2000, and never received a home media release. It was considered a lost film until in 2011, when a copy was discovered on Reddit, which prompted Team Nick to re-air the film on Halloween that year. The Adventures of Johnny Quasar was a demo that would be the precursor to Jimmy Neutron in 1995, and another in 1997. In 2017, the voice actor for Johnny in the 2 demos, He-Lal H, would upload them to YouTube. The Electric Piper is an adaptation of the Pied Piper of Hamelin that aired on Nickelodeon in February of 2003. It had no home media release, causing it to fall into obscurity, and was considered a lost film until in August of 2016, when the entire movie was uploaded to YouTube. In 2002, a pilot episode was produced for the series The Backyardigans. It was animated using motion capture. This proved to be quite a challenge, so instead, the movements of the characters were modeled after footage of dancers as a guideline. This episode has never been released. Downward Doghouse was an animated short that was the precursor to the series Ni Hao Kai Lan. Only 3 episodes are known to exist, and of those 3, 2 can be found online. In 1999, a pilot episode of the series Super Y was produced and pitched to Nickelodeon. At first, the project was greenlit, until it was cancelled in favor of the show Oswald. In 2021, a listing for a tape of the pilot was found on the website for McMaster University in Hamilton, Ontario. User PDog64 contacted the library asking for a digitized copy. Upon digitization, it was discovered that the tape was an audio cassette. PDog64 would then upload the audio to YouTube. In 2008, a pilot episode was pitched to Nickelodeon for a series called The Umizoomies, which would later come to be known as Team Umizoomi. This episode has never been released, and only a few brief low-quality clips have been found. One piece of merchandise for the show iCarly, called the Web Show Set, included a DVD instructing viewers on how they could make their own web show. In 2021, the entire DVD was ripped and uploaded to the Internet Archive. An early version of the first episode, A Tale of Two Tales, was produced in 2005 to serve as a pilot episode for Wow Wow Wubsy. It has not been released, but the intro can be found online, along with a promo. Brain Surge was a game show that ran from 2009 to 2014. And according to producer Derek Bartholomew, the show is unavailable for streaming due to an issue with the rights. Face was the mascot for the children's block Nick Jr. that would appear in between shows. Some bumpers have not surfaced online. Nickelodeon's historical first was an animated short that aired on Nickelodeon around 1997. It explained the origins on various subjects in a humorous way. One topic, on ice cream, is unconfirmed to exist. Other than that, the entire series can be found online. Nickelodeon Launchbox was a series produced in part with NASA in the 90s. 9 episodes were made, but only one, titled The Inner Planets, has surfaced online by writer and producer of the episode, Karim Maitef. Tuned In is a game show that premiered in 2021. In 1998, a pilot episode for the show was produced but never released. All of That was a sketch comedy series that ran on Nickelodeon from 1994 to 2005, with a revival in 2019. Some of these episodes haven't been broadcast in years. Reruns ran from 2011 to 2014 on Teen Mix, the 90s Are All That block. However, episodes had to be edited due to copyright issues. Pinwheel was the first show to ever air on Nickelodeon back in 1977. Like All That, episodes of Pinwheel are very hard to find, as this show hasn't been broadcast in a long time. 1990 to be exact. Attack of the Giant Vulture was a short film that ran on Nickelodeon from 1998 to 2000. The intro to the 1999 pilot episode of Chalk Zone was unavailable until April of 2021, when the entire series was added to the streaming service Paramount+. Rugrats Go Wild is a Rugrats film featuring the Wild Thornberrys. It was originally going to be a 90-minute TV special until Paramount decided to turn it into an 80-minute film. The original special has never been released. The Cat Scratch pitch animation from 2004 was uploaded by creator Doug TeNapel to his Vimeo account in 2018. In 2009, a video game for the series SpongeBob SquarePants was released called Truth or Square, made to tie in with the special of the same name. However, it was originally titled Happiness Squared in an early stage of development. Looking at a demo for the game, we can see a few minor differences from the finished product. In 1999, a pilot episode for Dora the Explorer, along with a test animation, were produced. This unaired episode has never been released. though back in 2018, the last minute and a half were found. Nickelodeon's Halo Awards was an award show that ended in 2017 due to budget cuts. Not all of the show has been recovered. A pilot episode for the series, Bubble Guppies, was produced in 2006 and was due to air in the late 2000s. However, after the 10th episode was finished, Viacom laid off over 700 staff members. Eventually, the show would resume production and premiered in January of 2011. The 2006 pilot has never been released. Nickelodeon Mega Music Fest was a television special hosted by John Leguizamo and featured stars from Nick Jr. shows with music guests. It seems that for the time being, the entire event is lost, as the only footage for it online is low-quality camera clips from the original broadcast. iCarly at the 2008 Kids' Choice Awards was a web series produced to promote the 2008 event of the same name. The plot involves the iCarly crew getting to attend the awards show for a sculpture Spencer made out of hot dogs. After the iCarly website was taken down, the series went missing, until Quentin Reviews uploaded it to Vimeo after receiving it from a user named Race Olympics. Yo Gabba Gabba is a live-action puppet show that ran on Nick Jr. from 2007 to 2015. In 2006, a year before the show premiered, 2 pilots were produced, along with a test demo. In December 2020, one of the pilots was uploaded to YouTube after being found on Vimeo, and another in February of 2021, but has been taken down. The test demo can be viewed on the Internet Archive. Nickelodeon Wildlife Rescue was a Flash video game series from Nickelodeon. In 2011, they were removed from the Nick website, making them lost. Only one game is available to play as a trial from an archived link on bigfishgames.com. Nicktropolis was the precursor to the club, launched in January of 2007, and by July of the following year, had over 7 million users. In 2010, the game was rebranded to the club, which we will discuss later. According to production director Alex Westerman, he is unable to share any of the game's files due to a contract with Viacom, and even if that were possible, they would be unplayable. Cousin Skeeter was a series that ran on Nickelodeon from 1998 to 2001. This is yet another hard show to find, as it has not been broadcast since its original run. Leader Dog was an animated short that aired on Nicktoons. Out of the 13 episodes produced, 2 have yet to be recovered. In 2000, DNA Productions produced a test pitch to try and get funding for a full-length movie called Barnyard. This test footage has never been released, though a bit of it can be seen in an early teaser for the movie. A Very Aggressive Vegetable was an animated short that ran on Nickelodeon UK in 1998 that could be viewed on Nick's website until being removed entirely. Only one short, about zucchini, remains unrecovered. SpongeBob Rehydrated was a CGI animation created in 2003. The exact nature of the animation was unknown until animator Randy Grossman stated it was made during the production of the game SpongeBob Employee of the Month. While the animation can be found online, its audio has been lost. The pilot episode for the series Ah, Real Monsters has never been released, and not much is known about it. It should be noted, however, that the character, the Gromble, was named the Womble in the pilot, but this had to be changed due to a British series of the same name. It is also believed that the plot of the pilot is the same as the first official episode, The Switching Hour. In the 1999 pilot episode of the series Invader Zim, there is a scene involving Zim and Dib in a food fight. For this sequence, a test animation in 3D was produced. No footage of this test has been released. Cat Dog: Saving Mean Bob is a cancelled video game for the PlayStation 1 based on the series Cat Dog. It was most likely cancelled when Hasbro Interactive, the game's publisher, was acquired by Infogrames in 2001. Rocket Beach is the unaired pilot episode of Rocket Power. The full episode can be viewed at the Paley Center for Media at the New York City and Los Angeles locations. Legends of the Arena was an MMO game based on the series Avatar: The Last Airbender, launched in 2008 and was shut down in 2013. Since then, the game has been rebuilt from scratch, but can only be played in single-player mode. SpongeBob Town was an online multiplayer game scheduled for a 2013 release, but was cancelled for unknown reasons. Loretta the Letter Lady was a rare interstitial that ran on Nick Jr. during the mid-90s. The only known footage is what is available to watch online. In 2002, a pilot episode was produced for the series Peppa Pig. In 2017, the episode was screened at the London Animation Club. An unknown user who attended the event recorded and uploaded their video in April of 2021. Big Time Rush was a show that aired on Nickelodeon about the boy band of the same name. Several songs in their catalog have not been officially released. Nickelodeon Splat was a game show programming block that aired in the summer of 2004. It is notable for being the very last show taped at the Nickelodeon studios before its closure in April 2005. Not much from the show has surfaced online. A pilot episode of the series The Thundermans was produced in 2012. While it is not available, a draft of the script can be accessed on the Internet Archive. Morph Sports was a pilot episode from around 1995 or 1996 that was not picked up for unknown reasons. Game Farm was a game show that aired on Nickelodeon Gas, or Games and Sports for Kids, in 2003. Like The Splat, not much of it can be found online. Wienerville was a variety show that ran on Nickelodeon from 1993 to 1996 and has not been broadcast since. According to series creator Mark Wiener, he has the entire series in his possession, but cannot release it as Nickelodeon owns the rights. Noah Knows Best was one of the shortest-lived series on Nickelodeon, being cancelled after 8 episodes due to low ratings and viewership, leaving 5 to go unaired. The entire series has been recovered, albeit in Russian, and only 2 episodes are available in English. Blueprints is the unaired pilot episode of the series Blue's Clues, produced in 1995 as a test for a class of preschoolers. While it has never been released, brief clips can be found online, and series creator Angelo Santomero claims to have a copy. A few remember seeing a short on Nickelodeon titled Blood and Guts. In 2018, one of the animators, going by Vortex360, uploaded the episode to YouTube. It is possible another short was produced involving a chandelier, but this is unconfirmed. Roundhouse was a sketch series that ran on Nickelodeon from 1992 to 1996. Its pilot episode from 1991 is unavailable. 101% Whiz Bang with Henry and June was a programming block that ran in 1999, hosted by two characters from the series Kablam. Some segments have not been recovered.